So this is the kit I purchased. It happens to be Ray Tech Automotive. It's an Australian company. Comes in a package like this. Auxiliary clamps for running external power supply if you need to. The information is quite extensive that they send. Give you an indication of where the O2 sensor should be mounted. Pretty good explanation of the system. Warranty, of course. This is a plug for the bung that goes into the collector. I'll give you a look at that in a moment. That's actually that's the O2 sensor that comes with the kit. I happened to have a spare. It was cheaper to purchase this than it was to buy a wideband O2 sensor. The circuitry, the wiring, the cables and the connectors, it was cheaper to do that than to make it. I made one years ago for Formula Vee called the Blitz, but I could only afford a narrowband sensor. So in the context of my car, when I was running at Eastern Creek and I was running that lean, the narrowband sensor wouldn't read. So if you're going to go this way and you want to make a kit, there's probably plenty of information on the internet on how to make them. But if you're going to do that, use a wideband sensor because it can read much more information. Makes it a lot easier. So hopefully this gives you a bit of an idea of the system. 3 different cable lengths. If you look it up on the internet, that's the mob I used. I've got no affiliation with them. I paid full price for this. But if it helps you, I'm quite pleased to share the information. So what I did, I had a step drill cut in here. That's the bung that came with the kit. I brazed that into the collector. So there's the pipes that come up here, up to the collector. Just after the collector, the O2 sensor. That's a wideband O2 sensor. Actually, I think it's a spare one I had for Volkswagen. They utilise wideband sensors. And also worked with this Ray-Ban kit. It's a bit hard to see from underneath there, but I've just ran the cabling up to the chassis and zip tied it from here all the way up to the seat. If you go up through here, I've just zip tied the unit to there, so it's not bolted up, it's just free and it's out the way. The cabling runs down behind the dash panel, around the side, and I've just made a switch up so you can turn it on. When I first initialised the system, because it likes to run at 12 volts and we run a total loss system, the battery voltage gets down below 12 volts and it'll have a bit of a kitten. I'll just switch it on. You can see it's got H up, that's heating, so it's heating the element and the wideband sensor. Then it'll start reading. So that's reading there with it. The car's not running, so it's just reading straight oxygen. So it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. There's also different modes, so you can go through from, there it is at the moment, it's showing Lambda. It defaults to Lambda. I'd rather read in AFR, but because it defaults to Amber, I'll just work off that. You can press the button, which changes to AFR. It also changes through different fuels. So if you happen to have cars that run methanol, my brother's car runs methanol, 85, LPG and so on, you can select the fuels and that changes the table. It changes the calculation in the table. So it's pretty handy. The way it's set in the car, I can see that while I'm driving. So if I get this thing to run, put a couple of litres of fuel in, pop this off. And like I said, if the battery voltage gets low, it's not real happy. So I've put the charger on because I've heated the O2 sensor probably 5 times. A good idea is that the circuit, get the thing running and warmed up. That helps with the exhaust temperature. That'll keep some of the moisture off the O2 sensor, and the O2 sensor will warm up a bit quicker. So I can get this thing to run now. Now I've got it running, I'll switch it on, see if I can get the exhaust temperature might still be a little bit low. It's heating. See if it starts to read, there we go. So as you can see, the bar graph is coming up and down. So give it a bit of a rev. That's what you can see as it works. 0.8 is probably what you want when it's running at full throttle. So it works fairly well. Just got a little bit of trial and error. Hopefully this information helps you. Thanks, mate.